The maternal mortality rate in the United States is higher than any other country in the developed world. And on top of that, while every other developed country shows a steady decline in maternal mortality, the US shows a continuous and dramatic increase. Why are we as a country okay with being complacent and allowing mothers to die unnecessarily, as 50% of maternal deaths could have easily been prevented? This is a huge problem, and no one is talking about it, and as a woman in the United States, the fact that I have a higher chance of dying due to childbirth than my mother did is terrifying. So what exactly is maternal mortality? Maternal mortality is defined as the death of a woman during pregnancy or up to a year after the pregnancy has ended. The CDC reported in 2014 that there was a 26.6% increase in maternal deaths in the United States. There is no one specific thing that can be blamed for the extremely high and climbing maternal mortality rate in the US, because it is due to a variety of factors that come together to create a perfect deadly storm. Even as technology has continued to advance, mothers continue to die. The three most common causes of maternal death are hemorrhage, blood clots, and high blood pressure, all easily curable conditions if caught early and treated appropriately. But that is one of the problems. All too often, doctors ignore their patients' symptoms, chalking them up to pregnancy or the stress of being a new mom. The incidence rates of this happening is even higher for women who are minorities. Furthermore, doctors in the United States perform C-sections at epidemic proportions. The WHO says rates within a given country should not exceed 15%, but in the US, that rate is upwards of 32%. A C-section is major surgery that carries with it a heavy list of complications, but all too often, doctors talk women into having a C-section because it is easier for them to schedule a baby's birth than waiting for it to come naturally on its own. While the situation remains very dark, there is hope for the future. California is the only state to show a decline in maternal mortality by implementing programs statewide to ensure that all women receive the appropriate care before, during, and after pregnancy. If a woman comes into an emergency room in California after having given birth and presents with any kind of complication, there are clear protocols in place to ensure she is treated appropriately and that her concerns are not dismissed. The rest of the country needs to take what amazing work is being done in California and work to implement it in their own states. Because no woman deserves to die an unnecessary death that could have easily been prevented. In order to address the high maternal mortality rate in the US, we have to start talking about it. So let's start the conversation today.